All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new season of Martin Wong Chat, where I talk to lots of my friends and people in the industry. Actually, it's like every industry. That's not even one industry. About almost anything, Especially, it was actually really helpful for me during the pandemic. I get to talk to a lot of people to see how they're doing, do a lot of catch up, and kind of like figure out where lives, where are they in the different stages of lives. A lot of us are creators and we never really chose this life. We end up being in this life. So it's interesting to see there's lots of common experience that we have to go through. So it's always lovely to talk to different people. As always, you can listen to this podcast in anywhere. That's where you get a podcast from, like maybe iTunes or Spotify. You can also watch this on YouTube. So just look up Martin Wong Chat and you're gonna find us here. And also, of course, twitch.tv/MartinWongPhoto. This is where I stream my podcast. Hopefully, I'm going to do this every Wednesday. And we're going to have lots of fun. Today, we are going to have my good friend, Briana White. She is an amazing person. Very lovely. Very bubbly. I would say, I feel like she's bubbly to me, but maybe she's not to some people. But to me, she's definitely really bubbly. She's a great streamer, a great gamer. But you might actually know her, great actress as well, but you might actually know her mostly from her voice. Especially, she worked on this small game from a franchise called Final Fantasy. You might have heard of it. She is the voice actress for Aerith from the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'm going to have her actually tell me more about that because she is such a great, interesting experience. And for those of you who knows, we actually did a few photo shoots, cosplay photo shoots with that as well. But, I'm going to let her tell me more about it. So, yeah. What's up, Briana? Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Of course. How's your day so far?
And I would agree. I think bubbly is a very fair word.
But, yeah, is it something that you taught yourself to be bubbly? Or it's like you always talk like that since you were a kid?
I have not always been a bubbly person, but I think my life has gotten better and it's made me happier. And so I think that's where the bubbly comes from.
That's good. Do you usually use that more in acting or in real life? Or like, does it translate one to the other?
The bubbliness of my personality?
Yeah.
I don't do it on purpose. I didn't sit down one day and say, I think I'm going to come off as bubbly for the rest of my life. That just did not happen. It's just I'm just happy. I'm a happy person and I like to share that happiness.
That's great. Because almost every time I see you, even when you're by yourself, you're kind of smiley too. You seem always happy. I wish I'm as happy as you. I'm just kind of jealous. That's all.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I love what I do. And I feel very, very lucky to live the life that I live. And so I think it might just naturally come out in my smile. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome.
So you do a lot of acting stuff, especially before Final Fantasy VII doing the voice acting. But on-screen acting, you have done that a lot before. How did you end up getting into when you were growing up? Did you always want to be an actress, or was this something you end up being an actress? I never know your backstory on that.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be an actress, pretty much since my first school play when I was 7 years old. I decided, I love this, I'm good at this, let's make this the rest of my life. And I just aimed for that ever since then. And everyone that's ever loved me in my life, every parent, every, aunt or uncle, they've always said, Briana, it's really hard. I don't know if that's the life for you. Maybe you should think about becoming a lawyer.
Is that easier? Wait, that's not easier.
No, it's not. But, they always thought of me as a very precocious, smart kid. And they were like, you have potential to do great things. And in their mind, I think the only great things that also led to security was, being a doctor or a lawyer, and things like that. Or I had teachers that would tell me you should be the president one day. And that's just that's not what I wanted to do with my life.
That's how being an actress is so hard and so difficult, especially making Hollywood, that to the point it's you know what? Just aim something lower. Let's go for presidency. Maybe acting's your backup plan,
Yes. That's how hard it is in this industry. It's true.
It's
That's
definitely really
exactly
hard.
right.
Yeah. Like I meet
Yeah.
actors all the time, especially, since I'm in LA as well. I literally got my car, someone hit my car last week. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
That's the
know. It's
worst.
annoying because now I have to
So
like,
inconvenient.
it's very
Yeah.
inconvenient. I need to fix the car, I need to rent a car while it's being fixed. It's a whole thing.
Deal with
Uh,
insurance. That's always the worst.
yep. Except she's also an actress, but at the same time, it's like many actors in LA. It's like, yes, you do acting, but what do you actually do? 'Cause-
Yes.
and most of the
Yes.
time they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm also a writer. Like I'm doing some script writing. I do producing." I'm like, "Oh okay, but what do you do?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm a musician and I'm a barista on the weekend."
So you get it.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
really get it.
It's
Because
really
that's
hard.
exactly what it's like.
Yeah. And because there's so many of them, like I have done background acting like long time ago, when I first came to LA, just to like give it a try. Like, what is background acting is like? And yeah, everybody on set, just the background, not even the main, characters and everyone on set, they're like, I'm gonna be a big actress. Like, you all look amazing and you seem to be all very talented, but there's like 50 of you, just background. So the chance of
Yes.
us, any of us make it is very slim. So
Oh, yes.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I always tell people when you do acting in LA, you have to get used to going to audition, and then it's not gonna work out, and it's like an easy pick oven. You send it in and you forget it. You said it, you forget it.
And that can get extremely demoralizing
Mm-hmm.
because, I've been acting in LA for 7 years now ish, and I have probably sent in or gone to 100 auditions a year. And if I'm lucky, which I have been, I've booked one nice, good, big project per year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just imagine
Mm-hmm.
like having a job that only calls you to work 3 days a year and it does not pay a year's
Oh
salary.
no, and like people always be like, "Oh, you make so much money from this one thing," but again, it's only one thing. You know how hard it is to get that
Yes.
one thing, and on top of that, and I don't think people realize this too, because like you also have to pay if you have an agent. There's an agent fee. Sometimes there's a
Yes.
manager fee, and there's like so many cuts here and there. Like even if
If
you,
there's a union, if you're in the union, you not only pay your union dues no matter what, but if you
mm-hmm,
book work, they also take 1% of whatever you make.
mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Anytime you make any money, there's always a person, multiple people that go like, eh, where's mine?
Yes. Yes, and especially in the acting industry, it's so ironic because it is all about who you know and the relationships you can build,
Mm-hmm,
but because actors are so desperate to work,
mm-hmm.
every person in the industry has been insulated
Mm.
against desperate actors. Like, you're not going to find casting directors' information on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to find it. You're not going to be able to talk to them if you call their agency. You are not going to be able to email them. Like, it's not going to happen because they would get so overwhelmed
Mm-hmm.
with people trying to network with them out of desperation instead of forming a real relationship with them.
That's my fear if I become a casting director or do any type of casting. It's just because I already do it on a very mini scale. I hire content creator, or influencer for lots of my work and campaign. But I do a lot behind the scenes because I fear that if I let people know, they all just always bombard me. It's like I already get that sometimes. Some people know, so every event's coming up, they're like, "Hey, Martin, PAX coming up or E3's coming up. You got any work?" I'm like, "Cool. I thought we were just grabbing lunch, but sure, sure."
Exactly. That's exactly how hard the industry is that
Mhm.
because it's so hard and people want it so badly, everyone has to protect themselves against it, which then in turn makes it harder, which then
Mhm.
in turn makes them more desperate. It's this whole
Vicious
thing.
cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. It's horrible.
So
But
how did you get started? Like, how did you even land your first gig, even the small ones?
let's see. Well, so along the lines of have a backup plan, my
Being a
family who loved
president.
me, right? My backup plan of being a president. Um, so my family always told me okay, you want to be an actor. You're not going to let this dream go. Well, okay. But you have to have an education because then if, and I hope this doesn't happen to you, daughter, but if you fail, you're going to need to have a job to pay your bills, to have a good life.
Mm.
So get your education. And I said, okay, fine. But I'm getting my major in acting. And they were like, okay. It's hard to convince me to do something else other than what I want to do. I'm very determined. So I went to NYU for acting, and I met someone there that was a film teacher that I had kind of this pivotal moment after my freshman year, and I wasn't happy because NYU is the number one dream school for high
Hmm.
schoolers. It
That's, I
also
mean, it's
has,
a hard school to get in.
sure, yeah. I mean, plus it's in New York City. I
Yeah.
mean, the Big Apple, like the city, like it's one of the coolest cities in the whole world. And so it's one of the biggest dream schools in all of America.
Hmm.
But it has the lowest freshman year retention rate.
Why? Do people just
Probably
like,
because of those expectations.
mm,
People have this vision of how it's going to be in their head to go live in the big city.
mm,
And then it's dirty and cold and smelly all the time.
there's rats everywhere?
It rats everywhere and it's mean. Like the
Hmm.
city does not care for you.
It's not forgiving.
No, it is a very, very, very difficult place to live and to cut your teeth and to grow and to learn. It's really hard. And because it's also one of the more expensive schools in the nation, and I was very
Hmm.
fortunate to get a scholarship, or my family just couldn't, I did not grow up wealthy. Like my family could never afford that. But I
Mm.
got a scholarship, and the there is a lot of privilege amongst the people there,
Hmm.
and that can be very hard for someone who went there on a scholarship.
Hmm.
It can be very hard it's like culture shock to
Hmm.
be around that much money
Mm.
sometimes.
Yep.
So it's interesting. The retention rate is really low, and I almost became a victim to it. After my freshman year, I wasn't happy. I realize now no one was happy, but I don't know. I thought I should be happy. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll, transfer to a school back home. None of the schools in California would take NYU credits. I would have had to start all over again.
My
So
God.
I would have, yeah, I wasn't able to transfer. And I said, well, that's not happening. So I'll just drop out of school. Well, nobody wanted me to do that either. My family loves me. They said you have to get your education. And so I was talking about this to a film teacher, and he said, I want you to finish school.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you what, if you do, I'll set you up with an agent when you graduate.
That's a very
And
interesting graduation gift.
it is. And I have him to thank for graduating college. I am extremely, extremely grateful that he came into my life.
Wow.
Yeah. And he did. He set me up with an agent that was his brother-in-law. And
That's
he was a good
cool.
agent. Like I had a great, great relationship with him. And I stayed with him up until 2020. So I worked with him for the first multiple years that I was working in LA.
Wow. And
I know.
we also know this as a fact that having a great agent is really difficult to get. Like,
Yes.
especially for someone that's completely new. Like, for most
Yes.
agents that don't know who you are, they're like, I don't care. You're like the last of the priority, the least like at the bottom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would say 90% of the agents, similar to how 99% of actors are not working actors, are not making a living actors.
Mm-hmm.
90% of agents also are not living big. They're struggling because
Yep.
their actors are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
And they
Like,
only
that's
get a
how
small
hard it
percentage
is.
too. So it's like a small percentage of people getting small percentage of money with a small percentage of that money.
Exactly. Exactly. So, like, it's really hard out there. It is really, really hard. So, agents will take on, in order to make their bottom line, 300 clients. They
Mm-hmm.
can't remember 300 people. And so a lot of actors end up getting forgotten or pushed to the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to get a good agent that you have a good relationship with. And
Mm-hmm.
I just am so grateful that I was given the gift of an introduction right
Mm.
out of school.
So did you able to land a few, I guess, was it commercial first, or like what are some things you were doing when you were with him, or like what are some memorable gigs, I guess?
The first role that I booked that I was like really excited about was a feature in an indie film called Occupants. And my community, if you're here, you know Occupants because we've watched it a couple times in our Discord. It's a paranormal thriller
Mm-hmm.
about parallel universes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good. It's all kind of like found footage style from these like these indoor security cameras that the main character sets up in her home. And I played the main character, Annie. And I was young. I was like only a year out of school to
What
have
year was
booked a
this?
lead in an indie film. It was a huge deal.
What year was that? Like 2000 um 12, 10?
15, I think,
Okay.
around then. I can't remember if it was 14, 15, or 16, but
Somewhere around there.
somewhere around there. My memory has been totally shot since this pandemic, man. I can't remember anything anymore. It's
It's
terrible.
I know, like recently people ask me like, oh, I did that last year or the year, like I don't even know like what is last year compared to the year before, because I
I
don't know.
can't remember anything anymore. And I thought I couldn't remember what happened in 2020. And that turned out to be true. But now I can't remember anything that happened before it either.
Wow. Yeah, and there's also 2021, so
Oh, yeah, that's been a whole year so far.
everything
8 months into
overlap.
that year.
Yeah. Like I don't remember this June compared to last June because it was both
No,
pandemic years.
I don't
So I'm
remember
like,
anything.
it sucks.
It's really insane, honestly. So somewhere around 2014, 15, 16. The mid 2000s. Wait, that doesn't
Somewhere
count. The mid
with two tens,
2000 teens?
the mid
The
tens.
mid 10s? Is that what they call it?
I don't know. We like
How does this work?
because we did so much in 90s and later, it's like 80s, 90s, even 50. Sure, but like nothing lower than like the 40s. It was like 10s or 20s.
I
Yeah.
saw a headline today that called the years from 2000 to 2010
Uh-huh.
the naughties
Why?
because the OOs are sometimes called the aughts.
Oh.
So they were the naughties.
God.
It's like a mix of aught and 90s.
Wow.
So they called it the naughties. And I looked at that and I was like, what are they trying to say? What does this mean? I had to like work
Am I
through it
old?
for a little bit. It was very confusing.
Yeah, speaking of being old, like now whenever when you go to a bar or whatever, if they see 19 in the beginning, you're already over 21. They don't really have to read the years, your birth years. Because all the kids that have 20, like something, now they're 21 now. It's 2021. So,
I hate that.
yeah. Like, it's way too quick. I give them my ID and they're like, oh, cool. It's like, do you even read it? It's like, yeah, I say 19, the first two digits. You're old. It's good. It's like, fine. It's okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna, you know what? I don't need that drink. I'm just gonna jump off that building right now. I'm good.
I hate that. I hate that big time because I'm immediately thinking of like anytime someone like was born in the 18s, like they are an ancient relic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're reading about them in a history book.
Yeah.
That's gonna be us.
Yeah, I read somewhere earlier where it's like it makes sense, but like the 1939 to like 19, I guess like 60, it's the same times as like 1980 to now. Like that seems like a long time ago with a long range, but
That's not okay. This is not okay.
It's not okay. It's not acceptable.
It's not okay. I'm not okay with this. Oh no.
Yeah, and acting has been really hard this 2 years. Like even driving through LA,
Yes.
like I do not see as many signs, as many like sets going on. Because I used to live in downtown, so I used to get so annoyed because every time I drive anywhere, there's always sets going on. They're always like on the street. Uh,
Every parking lot is filled with someone's set base. Yeah.
and you'll see that yellow sign everywhere going LA.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And then sometimes I
So
always
for those
wonder.
of us who don't know, those signs are basically they have code names of the project on them and they're telling people who are coming to set for the first time where to park their car, basically.
Hmm.
But one of the most fun things for me is to try and figure out from the code name what project is actually filming.
Hmm.
And I can never figure it out.
Sometimes I wonder because we have been on set, but I'm like, what if I just show up and then just get food and leave? They'll never know.
I don't know if they would.
Yeah.
Sometimes these sets are 100 people.
Yeah. Sometimes I realize I could literally bring a clipboard, like wear a headset, and then
Oh,
just
totally.
it works every single time. You just walk
Even
around.
if like you just have that little roll of gaff tape
Oh
on
yeah.
a keychain, you're
Mm-hmm.
set.
Yeah,
No
just
one's
all
gonna
the
question
rainbow
you.
color. Yeah. At any time,
Yeah.
anyone question you anything, just repeat someone said whatever. They're like someone talking to you. Hold on a second. All right, reset on part 8. Okay. Sorry, what? What did you say? Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
The
Yeah.
question is, do you have the boldness to ever try such a thing?
As a photographer, I have done a lot of bold moves. Like I've been to a lot of places where I shouldn't be in. Um,
That's fair.
but again, when you have a camera, no one really question you. Like sometimes I'll bring a really long lens just to look like it's an impressive camera, even though I don't really need the long lens. But as long as you look like you hate being there, they're like, all right, get in.
Except it's the total opposite experience when you're photographing someplace that you're not supposed to be, because then they want you to pay for a photography permit. So they'll hunt you down. And they'll be like, you with your tripod,
Hmm.
get out.
Yeah, that's Los Angeles most of the time. Like
How
I was so
crazy is
confused.
that?
Feel like many years ago when I came to LA just to visit with my parents, before I moved down here, we were at a shopping mall, and yes, my camera is like a big impressive one, but I was just taking family photos, and the security guard is like, "Sorry, no professional photography." I'm like, "That's just my mom, man. We just like coming down here for lunch." Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an LA thing that a lot of people would probably be surprised to hear is
Mhm.
that LA is so full of creative types that the city has been built around how to monetize that. So every single beach,
Mhm.
parking structure,
Mhm.
plaza, park, they all have rules for if you want to photograph there professionally, if you want to make some money commercially photographing at this location, you have to buy a permit.
Again, just the same thing. Going back, everyone's like, here, where's my
Yeah.
money?
Yeah.
Huh?
Hello.
Huh? Hello.
Yeah. Bring some of that over here. What are you making? $50 off of this?
I
That'll
don't
be
care.
100 for your
Yeah.
permit.
What if you're making?
Yeah.
I want some of it.
Yes.
Or more of it.
And one of the reasons why LA housing is so expensive and so hard to get is because so many houses are film set houses.
Mm-hmm.
There are just empty houses that nobody lives in that are staged and they get rented out for film sets.
Why am
in
I not
LA.
doing that? That's how I make money instead.
Why aren't you doing that?
I know, right? Like, I want to do that when I was living in downtown Loft too. Like back in when I was living downtown, it's a very artsy building, but I have people coming in, random people coming in all the time. Like my next door neighbor was always doing like some kind of a model, like those things where you like test the model to get photos of them to get them in the catalog, so director can pick them kind of things.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, so I would just have those people coming in all the time, and they make so much money. You rent your unit out for like a few hours, that's a few grand. I'm like,
Yes.
that's covered my whole rent. Why am I not doing that?
Why are you not doing that?
I don't know.
That I don't get.
The more I do stuff in the industry, the more I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. Like I should be, I should be the guy going like this, not giving it.
Everybody picks their hustle, right?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that's not my hustle. Like I don't want people in my home that I don't know.
You don't use your home. That's why you buy more houses and then rent those houses out.
Okay, so then you have to have money to do that. I don't have money.
I didn't think that
have
far yet,
multiple
okay?
places to live. Like,
Especially
I don't
not
have
in
that
LA.
kind of money. Especially not in LA. Definitely not.
Yeah.
But most of the people that I know that have done this, because I've been on sets where we're renting someone's house,
Mhm.
is they live there and they have a certain room that's off limits because that's their room with their personal stuff. It has a lock and key. And
Hmm.
they'll just go to stay at a hotel for like 10 days. And the price that they're
Hmm.
paying to rent out the whole home ends up more than covering
Oh
their
yeah.
hotel.
I'm actually this is one of my secret project, not project, but one of the secret work that I'm working with. That I work with a location scouter. Like
Mm-hmm.
he is the guy that has all the places, and he also have people bring him more places.
Yes.
And yeah, like cause like in Hollywood, they don't always need like really glamorous building or like the best one.
They need
Sometimes
all kinds of
they need all kind of
buildings.
stuff. Some of that has to be really run down. Like that's the look that they want to go for. So they know all the places. But
So
yeah.
that's an interesting little behind the scenes too that people may not know about the film industry is anytime you see anywhere in any TV or movie, a
Hmm.
person's job was a location scout and they drove around to 7 different alleys
Hmm.
and either brought the director or sent pictures to the director to say, do you want an alley with a red brick wall or this corrugated metal around it?
Or one with a darker red wall.
Or a darker red wall? Or would
Yeah.
you like an alley that has this building on the side or this kind of flooring? Like
Hmm.
they have to pick out specifically the right look of alley. And so
Very
they'll go
specific.
any and that's any location, any
Hmm.
house, any office building, any alleyway, any studio park, anything
Hmm.
has a location scout.
Yeah, I'm like that's
That's
that's that's
crazy.
an interesting job because like you just walk around, it's like I like that. All right, let's add that to the book.
Can you
But
imagine how much driving is involved in that?
and driving in LA is not fun.
No. You're like, oh, it's only 5 miles away. It'll take you 1 hour.
Yep, 15 minutes. Yep. Hmm. One time I came back home from Santa Monica to downtown LA. That took me 2 hours.
Oh, that's nothing. I've done that in 3. Friday afternoon traffic,
That's
baby.
a weird flex, but okay.
It was painful. I've never
Yeah.
forgotten.
Yeah, so nowadays, like whenever I start driving, like I'm gonna use the restroom before I drive, just to be smart. Like,
Yes.
cause I also be on the highway. It's like I don't know, do I get out to find a restroom or like what's the game plan? Like that struggle in your head is like come
And
on,
like,
come on.
where are you going to go? Are you going to find a Starbucks? Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
all that's available is a shady Arco.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're all really shady, and some
And
random
it's
guy
so
screaming at
much
you.
easier for you if you're a guy.
Oh
If
yeah.
you're a girl, it's the worst. Like,
Yep.
I do not have enough hand sanitizer to use an Arco bathroom. It
Oh,
just, there's not enough hand sanitizer in the world.
nobody has, and all yeah, yeah.
No.
And while you're doing that, there's some random guy that's screaming at you.
Yes, every
Yeah,
time.
every single
And
time.
actually, I just had an experience recently where I was at a gas station and this poor man, obviously very high on something, pants fully off his butt.
Hmm.
Fully off his like full butt cheeks, exposed to the world.
Like I don't know, like what to do about it. Like even cops don't want to do anything. Like they don't want to touch the person. They don't want to do
I don't
anything.
want that.
Yeah,
Like I didn't ask to see this man's butt.
but that's just normal day at an LA. Like sometimes some location amazing. Like yesterday, I shot at a like really cool looking room set in downtown LA. But if you go downstairs, like on the streets, it's like there's crazy people screaming at me. There's like shopping carts on fire. I'm like, cool, cool, cool.
Shopping carts on fire.
Yeah, one time I drove
Yikes.
by, that happens. Like the shopping cart's on fire, and there's like a cop car next to it too. And they all just like, yeah, just a Tuesday, cool. I'm like,
The
aren't you gonna do something?
Tuesday.
Yeah, as long as nobody killing anybody, they're like, okay, cool. There's a fire, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some parts of LA are not nice.
yeah. It's
Don't
really
come here.
strange. My part of downtown LA was really nice, but literally 3 blocks over, completely different.
And that's like most cities.
Hmm.
Like a
New
lot
York.
of cities have that in common. New York, it's interesting because nowhere, not really in Manhattan is like that, but in the other boroughs, definitely. You can feel very safe in some parts of Brooklyn, but 3 train stops too far,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden you're on the wrong train.
Yep. And next thing you know, it's like, huh, there's a knife in my stomach. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah.
I actually was coming home from a party one night with a bunch of friends, and by a bunch I mean there were 4 of us, so I was one of 4,
Hmm.
and that exactly happened. I got on the wrong train. I was in Brooklyn, in the safe part of Brooklyn, close to Manhattan.
Hmm.
And then we went to go back to Manhattan and we took the train the opposite direction at 3 in the morning.
Oh no.
And we had a nice Samaritan walk over to us and say, "You're on the wrong train.
Ooh.
When this train stops, you will go up out of the station until the train going the opposite direction arrives. Only then will you walk down into the station and get back on the train."
Like even the
And we were
station's not
like,
safe?
"Yes, sir." It was at that point that drunk Briana was like, "Oh, now is the fear for your life portion of tonight." Okay, good.
Instantly, I need to sober up like now.
Yeah, it was terrifying. It was very scary.
Yeah, I believe it. So,
But I did live to tell the tale, as
well,
you
and
can
also
see.
I'm glad now you're in LA, you know?
And yeah, now I just have to see butts when I don't want to. It's a very different experience.
You're still in the wrong part of the town, but it's just. Uh,
I was never much for the downtown life. I like something a little bit quieter.
I like somewhere in between, I guess. You know,
Yeah?
like I'm all
Like close proximity to quiet, but also close proximity to the nightlife.
I was born and raised from Hong Kong, so but it's a really modern city. Not too many crazy people. Not any no madness. There's no guns. No
Is that
stabbing.
what determines a modern city?
Yeah, just nobody stabbing anybody and shooting someone. Until
Only old cities still have stabbings.
and I was told USA is like the most modern and number one country in the world when I first came here. I'm like, oh, cool. Another shooting. Oh, cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, very different. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
accustom to American culture. Yeah. Uh, but how do you then? Okay, sorry. Back on track. What we're talking about.
Right. Tangent aside,
Yep. I don't know how we got to here, but
we're getting back on the right train.
the right train. Back to the other direction. So you got your first gig, and then you do a bunch of some gigs. So actually, tell me the main one. How did you end up being Aerith from Final Fantasy? Like that is, I know, I'm sure you told this story multiple times on every single platform.
Thank you.
Everyone asks you the same question, but I kind of want to know as well, and enlighten me. What's the story like?
So I actually did not submit for this.
Again, another weird flex.
Yes. It was very strange. So I did not normally the listing goes up on the website that only agents have access to and casting directors. And the agent will see the listing and put, 10 people that might fit from their roster and submit 10 names and be like, if you'd like to get auditions from these 10 people, let me know. And then they deal with the scheduling and then we get the email. In this particular case, I believe they were asking for somebody else. And then that person was not available. And then my agent said, oh, look down my roster, see if there's anybody else that you'd want to audition. And the casting director did the work and looked down the roster on IMDb and found my demo reel and said, what about her? Let's bring her in. And of course, I get the email in my inbox, and I'm pretty sure it was like a code name that they were using.
As usual.
But I kind of knew anyway, because they said just enough that I would know, because I know games, I knew characters. So I pretty much knew what I was auditioning for, and I was able to prepare for it. And I was doing my happy dance the second I got it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got an audition for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh my God. I was so pumped, of course. And then I thought, but they're going to cast someone famous. So there is no reason for me to think that I'm going to book this. So the goal here is to have so much fun doing the coolest audition of my life that I won't get to tell anybody about.
So okay, before this, you were mostly doing a lot of on-screen acting, but not as much as voice acting, right?
I hadn't done any voice acting. My voice acting experience was
big first one. Is your first one? Wow.
Yes. I had one voiceover class in college. That's it. I had actually asked my agent years prior, can I join can I join the voice acting department? Can I look into voice acting? And she said, "Well, what can you do?" And I said, "Well, I took a class at NYU and I think I could be pretty good at it." And she's like, "Everybody wants to do voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Everybody.
let me know when you can do things."
Wow.
And she was talking about like voices, impressions, like characters, none of which I could do because I hadn't even thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so she didn't sign me up for any voice acting anything. And then this just fell into my lap, basically.
So for the audition, so is it as usual, right? They send you a script and you kind of have to read some lines and see if it fit the characters, but they don't really tell you what it is. But so it's nothing related actually from the game, but it's just
Actually, it
some.
was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the script from the first trailer, I think,
Oh,
that ever came out.
okay, okay. That's pretty obvious, and you definitely know what it is.
Well, if you don't know who the characters are
Hmm.
and you didn't play Final Fantasy VII back in 1997 when it came out, you wouldn't recognize it.
Uh
What
huh.
happens? Like she says, "Here, this is for you." It's not specific
I like how you
enough.
instantly go into the voice too when you.
Thank you. That's my key in line. You remember that?
Yeah.
I told you that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's my key in line. So that one I can't say it any other way, I don't think. Um yeah, so the audition was that material and I was prepared for it because I knew ahead of time what I was auditioning for, which I think ultimately helped me book it because I was able to listen back to all of the other English voice actors for Aerith, and I was
Hmm.
also able to listen to her Japanese reference voice, who's Maya Sakamoto. She's an absolute legend. She's been
Mm.
Aerith's voice actress since the beginning,
Mm.
like the beginning. So
So
she's
you,
been Aerith's voice actress for like 20 years now.
mm.
Absolute legend.
So
And
you did your
so,
homework.
yeah, I did my homework, and I think that is what helped me book it. Yeah.
How long was the wait between you submitting your audition from then knowing you actually got it?
Truly, it felt like an entire lifetime. It was long enough for me to completely think there's no way, there's not a chance that they actually will book me for this because it's been so long that they would have had to move on.
Mm.
And that's when I got the email.
That's that's like holding your breath forever. It's just like, oh, come on, and then you just
But
kind
I
of
didn't.
kind
I
of just
didn't hold my breath
it's
because
way too long.
I I knew I didn't book it. I knew they were going to give it to someone famous. In my
Mm.
head, like I wasn't holding my breath.
Mm. So now to like set it, forget it kind of thing. I mean, not
I
even
had
forget. It's more like it's not gonna
I
happen.
had pretty much let it go. Yeah. I had been waiting to hear news that somebody else had booked it by then.
Mm. So when you know it, did they send you an email? Did your agent tell you, or what
I got
happened?
an email.
Did you read it like a few times? Like, oh god, oh god.
Oh, yes. I cried instantly. Never in my life have I so instantly cried. Instantly.
Just tears
And it was
instantly.
the kind of feeling where you go, wait a minute, I'm dreaming, but in a good way. Everybody talks about this. This can't be happening. I must be dreaming in a bad way. But how
Mm.
often do people talk about it happening like in a good way? Like,
Mm.
how can my life be this cool? No way. That's how I felt.
Great. That's a great feeling. I'm not gonna lie. Like I hopefully I'll get that soon. We'll see. I feel like there may be a few moments in my life, but maybe not. I
You
feel like
haven't felt that yet?
I don't know, cause like I feel like every time something cool and awesome happen, I kind of move the goalpost again. So I'm like, okay, that was okay, cool.
You've got some not good enoughness.
Uh,
I deal with that too.
yeah.
I deal with that too. And it also like happens with different things for me. So
Hmm.
like with certain like career success, like it's only happened to me twice in my life. The time when I booked Aerith and the time when I found out I got into NYU.
Mm.
And those are both very specifically related to like my success as an artist,
Mm.
which is something that my whole life people have told me I could never succeed at.
Mm.
And so in that moment, it's kind of validating that I knew I was right. I knew it. I knew I could do this. Nobody else believed in me, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like it's like a validation of that feeling. And so if you don't have that sort of like tension of
Mm-hmm.
like, maybe I can't do this. If you don't have that sort of doubt there in the first place, you might not feel so happy when you finally get it.
I'm actually having something right now in the work that may be close to that. Like to point out, like if I able to get it, I will instantly fly home and tell my parents. Hopefully, my Asian parents will be proud of me. But we'll see. We'll see how that
I've
goes.
heard that's notoriously difficult.
It is pretty difficult. Yes, it's like is something wrong if your parents say that. Oh, son, I'm proud of you. Then you're like, something's wrong. Are you dying? Like, what's going on, mom? Is everything okay? You're like, yeah. We don't say I'm proud of you or like I love you. That's just why. I mean, sometimes my parent will say nice things, but they'll say it in English, so it sounds less awkward to us.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like if if my parents say like speak to me in Cantonese the whole time, right? But then maybe before I take my flight to leave and like go to school or like move to LA, they'll be like, son, and like joy and love you, and then just walk away. I'm like, oh, cool.
Really?
Yeah, no, we don't really show emotion. It's not really in our nature. But everyone's in
That's
Cantonese, and
so
like,
surprising.
yeah.
I never even thought
Mm-hmm.
that feelings would be associated with a language.
Yeah.
No one in my life is really bilingual. And so I don't hear that part of the experience very often.
Mm.
That's so fascinating to me.
Recently, I watched the Shang-Chi movie, the new Marvel movie. I was there for the world premiere, and it was an amazing experience. Because one of the main actor, the father in the movie, he is an actor I watched growing up, and I would never thought in my life he's from Hong Kong. Yeah, almost like half the cast there is from Hong Kong. So never in my life I would be like, this guy that I've watched growing up is now in a main, like the giant Disney movie by Marvel, and I'm watching it in America on like at Hollywood, like literally world premiere, red carpets all the way. I have to suit up the whole time, and I'm like, I can't even do anything. I cannot record it. There's like really strict security. It's a big thing. It's really a big thing. I'm like, this is weird. What is going on? Like, this is my life now. And like, I'm really proud. I'm watching the movie. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm still thinking that I'm in Hong Kong. That's why I see those actors. But I'm in America, and like, this is the first time it's happening. So it's a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a cool feeling, though.
It's cool. It's strange. It's a lot of
Yeah.
emotion all mixed in one. And it's just like, this is weird. But hopefully that opened up more doors for other potential future,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few moments like that in our lives where we almost can't describe how it really felt
Mm-hmm.
because it's so like complex and
It's
it has such
surreal.
a history and it's surreal and it almost kind of
Mm-hmm.
breaks the reality that you thought you lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange.
It's just it's great. So again, I would love to have more of those experiences, see kind of what life brings. I don't know.
I am certain that life is going to bring you more of those moments.
Yeah, I'm all right. We'll see.
I'm certain of it.
Oh, how long did you take for you to record the whole? Was it part one? Is that what we call? Uh,
Well, it's called Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a very long title with many words.
yes, but do they not call it part one or part seven because it's not done?
They call it Final Fantasy VII Remake.
How
That's
long
what
did
it's
it?
called.
How long did it take you to? Well, the gameplay itself is how long? Like 40 hours, I'm guessing, somewhere around there.
Oh gosh, I spent longer than that. I think I spent probably 70 hours.
You play on stream too.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I, like to take my time with stuff. So
Mhm.
maybe for the average person, maybe 40 to 50 hours. It's still a pretty hefty game. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
content to get through with all of the VR battles and the Coliseum battles. Yeah, it's a lot.
And how long did it take you to do the recording session?
Well, I'm only one piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
It took on and off most of 2019,
Wow.
but on and off.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of hard for me to even say like how
Exactly.
much.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot.
Mm. And I know you play on stream. Like earlier, like even on my stream, they using your the emotes. Like she did the thing. That's what you told me, right? Every time you do the voice, you're like, she did the thing.
She did the thing. Yeah, we have those two emotes. The she did the thing emote.
Did you play the
Yeah.
whole game whenever? How often do you like use her voice when you were streaming it?
I would say maybe once or twice per stream.
Mm.
And all in all, I think we did like 30 streams.
Mm.
It's a
Okay,
lot
that's a
of
lot.
streams to get through the game. It was a lot. Yeah, maybe once or twice I did the voice per stream. Yeah.
That's fun. Well, you should do more with other voice actors as well, or actors, like especially the game ones, and see maybe do like a collab stream or something. Do they stream or
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I had a collab going at the beginning of 2020
Uh huh.
where I would bring on Final Fantasy VII Remake voice actors to play with me as we played through the original Final Fantasy VII.
Mm.
And that was so fun. But because of, having another person there and I needed more space and I didn't want it to do it at my home, I had to rent a studio. And
Mm.
so I had said at the beginning of 2020, like, I will be finishing this playthrough. Even if I have to do it by myself, I will be finishing it come hell or high water. And then a global pandemic hit. And I was
Of
like, well,
course.
I did not expect that. I think a global pandemic was worse than hell or high water. So I had to put that playthrough on pause because I couldn't collab with other people. And one of the reasons why I did it is because content creation can end up being kind of lonely. I mean, you know
Mm-hmm.
this. Like, it can
Mm-hmm.
end up feeling like just so isolating because a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
times, you're just at the end of the day looking at a computer screen
Mm-hmm.
for like 8 hours.
And the worst part, I think, is that you do not know how much you're gonna get out of it at the end. Like you can spend hours and
Yes.
hours making content. You don't know how much content you'll get. You also do not know how people like feedback and receive it, And it's kind of like, again, same with audition. You kind of just do it and hopefully do well, but you can't expect it to do well.
Oh, definitely. And now it's even worse because most auditions are self tapes.
Hmm.
So I'm once again standing in a room alone, putting myself on camera, and then sending it into the void. Like,
That's how it feels like.
yes, exactly. And so it used to be I actually got to go into the room and meet people and
Hmm.
meet casting directors and try to make a connection.
Hmm.
Not so.
Yeah,
Not
I feel like
anymore.
those will give me a better chance. At least, like maybe they don't want me for this, but they remember me. So maybe I leave a enough impressions. They want me for another project. At least you kind of have that feeling.
That actually has happened to me. That's how I booked a role on Popstar.
Oh,
So I didn't initially audition for Popstar.
uh,
I auditioned for a Netflix series called Love,
mm,
which it's kind of funny. A friend of mine from college ended up booking the role that I auditioned for.
mm.
So she booked it and I
Small world.
didn't. And ultimately, I was kind of happy that I didn't book it because it had nudity in it. It was like
Mm,
required. And I called my manager when I got the audition and I said, I don't want to do this. This isn't who I am. And he said, you need to go to the audition anyway
mm,
because you never know what's going to happen in the room. And,
mm,
these types of things, they can be negotiated, he said.
mm, mm, mm.
So I went in to do the audition. She booked the role, and I got to be so happy for her and so happy for me that I didn't book it. And I didn't have to deal with that awkward conversation. And also, they liked me enough to just offer me the role in Popstar. I didn't even have to audition for it.
That's
So they did
crazy.
exactly remember me, liked me, and then offered me a different role.
That's similar to my friends who was auditioning for, um, he was a Power Ranger, but he didn't audition for it. His brother did. He was just there to with his brother. But like, hey, you know what? How about this? You here? Give it a try too. And then he got it instead of his brother.
Really?
Yeah. But later they gave it to his brother, so his brother finally got it as well. And it's a
Oh
very
my
touching story
gosh.
too. Yeah.
Good, because I could not imagine if my sibling booked the role that they didn't even go out for. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh. I don't
Yeah.
know
But
if
the
I
next
could have survived
generation
that.
Power Ranger, they definitely troll him. Like they told him that he's not getting it, so everyone think he's not getting it until the day of. So my friend was bummed out because his brother didn't get it. Right? He thought at the end, at the second season.
Yeah.
So everyone's bummed out, but then when he had to give his mantle to the next whoever Power Ranger is, that's next one, he read the name, but it's his brother's name, and he was really confused because he was told his brother's not getting it, so he thought he was losing his mind. It's like he wanted so badly, he's seeing his brother's name. I'm like, this is not right, and they're like, just say the name. He was on stage. It was a Power Ranger convention. Like,
Oh
say
my
the name,
gosh.
and then he just reluctantly kind of say his brother's name, and his brother just run up, it's like, yep, I'm the next one.
I just
Yeah,
got chills. I can't imagine. I
yeah.
can't.
I
That's
wish that was gonna be like a
crazy.
story, like a movie someday, right?
Or something.
Yeah,
Well, hey, now it's a podcast episode.
right. Yeah, I have him on my podcast too, and he told me the whole story, and it was quite a story.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, you don't know what you're gonna get, and that's why people always ask me like, why are you in LA? Like, lots of things that we do, we don't always end up choosing what we do. We just end up at the right place, and if we work hard, then we might have a chance to get something. But you just kind of have to be there.
Yeah, it's kind of like the I don't know if it's like a quote or a saying, but it's something like your job is like archery.
Hmm.
Like you don't always have control over the type of wood the bow is made with or the strength you have to pull the arrow back. But your job, the only thing you can really control is to keep aiming.
Hmm.
Like there is so much in our lives that we can't really control, that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And what we can focus on is what prize we have our eyes on and where we want that arrow to go. And we're probably going to shoot 8,000 arrows every day until the day we die. They're going to go askew. They're going to snap and disintegrate before they even go anywhere. But if you keep shooting in the direction that you're aiming for and you keep your eyes on that bullseye, eventually the arrows will start to get closer and closer and closer and closer. And that's something that I keep thinking about when I wonder, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't I booked an on-camera role in 3 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Am
I
I doing
haven't.
like it's really self-questioning because like, am I doing something wrong? Like, is there something
Yeah.
wrong with me? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
of course, all our friends say, no, you're great, but like, am I like, they're saying I'm great, but I'm not getting what I really want. Like,
Yeah.
it's frustrating and scary.
It is. And there are so many things that, like, I know for me as an actress, it comes down to, am I not skinny enough? Am I not muscular enough? Should I get bangs? Should I become a brunette? Like, do I
Yeah.
need to actually spend $800 on new headshots? Like, do I need a new agent? Do I need to sleep with a producer? Like,
what is the
obviously, I
right
would
move?
never do that.
Yeah, but what is the right move? Like, nobody knows the answer. That's the problem.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And so my honestly, like, biggest advice to anybody in this godforsaken industry is you have to be happy first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do what makes you happy first, and you have to assume you've failed, assume you're never going to book another role. What would you do if that were the case?
Mm-hmm.
Would you dye your hair brunette? Then do it. Would you get bangs? Then do it. But if you wouldn't, then don't. Don't do anything in this life that you think is going to change just enough to get you something you can't control.
Mm-hmm. And it's
you
sometimes,
know?
yeah, it's really based on what's out. Like, there's no right answer. And there's also no specific rules. And sometimes they don't pick you. It's not because of you. There's so many factors
Yeah.
in it. And it's, yeah, if you just keep questioning yourself, it's so crossing. Like, there's no way you can figure it out. Yeah.
And on the other hand, it works that way when you book roles too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a lot of people think if I could just book XYZ, I would know that I've made it. But it doesn't work that way either.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know if you're doing it right when you didn't book it, you sure as heck are not going to know if you're doing it right when you booked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets even worse because you don't even know if you're ever going to book anything ever again.
What if I peak? Yeah.
Am I ever going to book another voiceover role?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Am I ever going to book another on-camera role? I don't know. And that's why I started content creation, is because I thought, what can I do in the meantime? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what can I do when I'm not being an actor? It's what you said. Like, what do you do?
What you
Okay,
think?
sure,
Yeah.
you're an actress. Like, but what do you
What
do?
you do?
I'm a content creator. That's what I do as when I'm not acting, when I don't have control over that. And when I want to act, I'm well aware that I'm going to have to make it myself.
Mm.
I'm going to have to make my own content. I'm going to have to make my own movie. I'm going to have to hire a writer and hire a director and act in a movie that I produce for myself. That's something I like internalized very early on. Like,
So
I
when
do
are you
not
doing
like
that?
waiting. Well, I've done it a couple times already, which is
Okay.
awesome. So I have a couple friends, Joshua Levy and Prathi Srinivasan, and they are amazing, amazing, amazing writers. And Joshua I met while I was in college, and he's actually also a fabulous director as well as a writer. And Prathi is also a fabulous actress as well as a writer. And we have produced a pilot presentation called Wasted, thanks in part to the Strange Rebel gaming community. We did a Kickstarter and we
Nice.
fundraised for that. And so we produced that. And then that is currently getting shopped around. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you get
Please pick
something
it up.
made, you're all excited, and then you like pitch it to someone and they're like, yeah, we love it. And then like you don't hear for like a
Yep.
year and you're like, well, what now?
Mm-hmm. You always try to
Which is
find
kinda-
someone who's like, oh yeah, I have a cousin who work at Netflix. Like, okay, can he bring me to talk to people? Like, what is this like? And are they gonna pick it up? Like, yep.
Uh-huh. And so even when there's good news, you still have to wait like 8 years before the next good news. And that's like, don't even get me started on acting. Like, trying to get something made, like professionally made, is the same thing. Except instead of a person, it's the project. Like, the project will get a yes, we love this, we buy it, and then they don't make it for 8 years. They just bought it so no one else would.
Yep. And that's why
That
you see
happens.
Fox does that a lot. They'll buy something, sometimes they even make it, but then instantly, we're gonna cancel it.
They all do. They all do.
Yep. Yeah, it's a bit soul crushing, to be honest. So
It is.
I do not suggest anyone who want a stable life to do what we do.
No, there's nothing stable about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
The good thing about for you right now, though, is that you're doing so much content creation. Also, outside of acting, like you have a huge, fan base, follower base. It's really strange because Hollywood right now is looking a lot into that, where they want someone who is, great at acting, but also have some type of social media following. It's really strange. It's frustrating for people who are not traditionally liking to, grow that following. But I feel like you're in a very interesting position that has that.
Yes and no. Because here's what I see. I have seen, because I followed it, people who have become famous on new media, we'll call it. And we count that as Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, social media. People get really famous really quickly in new media. And then they try to transition to traditional media and they get thrown into the pot with people like Will Smith, Brad Pitt, Reese Witherspoon, Kristen Bell. Like they just get thrown into the old traditional media pot. And the traditional media pot has a lot more time to percolate. So people know each other more. There's more connections.
Yep.
And there's more legitimacy according to them.
The old school way.
The old school way. Exactly. There's more reputation, there's more
It's like
je ne sais quoi.
it's like rules, yeah, like unwritten rules kind of
Rules.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a loyalty, there's like a club. Like if you're in
Yep.
like the Hollywood club.
Mm-hmm.
The people in the Hollywood club don't consider new media stars legitimate
Oh no,
stars.
yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah.
Even though if you put most A-list celebrities on a if you put a number to their social media following, oftentimes these like really big new media stars have way more followers, have way more of a fan base than traditional media. Even though that's true, there's still old Hollywood reputation and loyalty and being a part of the club.
The club, yeah.
Yeah. So you see a lot of like Will Smith being really successful on YouTube. Like that's all well and good and fine. And like he deals with that transition no problem. But new media still has a really, really hard time transitioning to Hollywood. I'll say it has not helped me book any roles or even get auditions. I have gotten, because of my role as Aerith, I've gotten one like offer to audition, like one, they call it a request when someone requests you versus when you submit for something.
Yeah.
So I've gotten one request for another video game, but not anything for actual Hollywood.
Do you think it hurt you or help you with your new media following and fan base and stuff?
I actually don't know. And I don't care. Because like I said, I have to be happy with myself first. I have to pay my bills first. Acting can sometimes be a toxic relationship. If you make it your whole world, your whole life, your whole soul, like if you make, I can understand making the art that for you. I can't understand making booking that for you because you have no control over the auditions that you get because you don't have access to the actual breakdowns. Only agents and casting directors have that. So you don't have access to A, how much you're being submitted, B, how much your submissions are being accepted, C, how much you can actually schedule those auditions, D, what roles are out there, E, if those roles are good for you, F, if you nail your audition. Sometimes you can't control if you're actually good that day. Sometimes you just had too much caffeine beforehand, or you had a bad meal last night and your stomach's upset. Like you have COVID one day randomly. Like these things happen. You can't actually control nailing every audition. It doesn't work that way. Then step F is after you've done all that that's out of your control, you actually get a callback. What comes after F? G? Step G. You nail the callback. If it's a really big thing, then you go to camera testing. Are you going to nail that? I don't know. Were you born with perfect skin? Were you born with gorgeous blue eyes? Okay. So then you got to do all that. And you're against everybody else who was born with perfect skin, everybody else who was born with gorgeous blue eyes and perfect hair and perfect body and also talented and smart and witty and charismatic. Like you're up against the top elite best of the best of the best. The 1%, the 0.01%. If you can get past all of that that's out of your control, you also still don't control if you book it.
Then still maybe you'll get it.
And still maybe. If you make that process the only thing you care about in life, that is a toxic relationship because all of that is outside of your control. And you're going to get no, or you're going to get stopped, or you're going to have it go wrong 1,000, 100,000 more times than it goes right.
And I've seen lots of men and women come to LA living that dream, that idea is that like, oh yeah, I'll go to LA and I'm gonna, for some reason, go onto a set or someone gonna notice me and I'll be the next big thing. But there's 10,000 other people doing the exact same thing every single day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it does happen for some people.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's the same thing as winning the lottery. Booking is like winning the lottery. Every time you book successfully, you have won the lottery. That's what the reality is. And I don't have time for toxic relationships. I don't have time for things. I don't ruminate on things I can't control. So I put in just the right amount of time, energy, money, and effort, not endless. I was talking with a friend the other day. Every time I go to my agency, every single time in the past, however many years I've been doing this, 7 or so, every time I go in, they go, "You need new headshots." And I
They
go,
always say that.
I can't possibly need new headshots every time I see you.
And they're expensive.
I spent $800 on brand new headshots. The very next time I see my agents, they go, "You need new headshots." I just got new headshots. I don't need new headshots.
Get me the next gig first.
Precisely.
Get me the next job.
But they say, "We can't get you gigs because you need new headshots."
Oh my God.
So I spend the appropriate amount of time, energy, money that I consider to be appropriate, that I consider to be within my boundaries of this toxic relationship. And I'll book if I book. I'll audition if I audition. And I won't if I won't. And in the meantime, I'll do what makes me happy. Something that I can control, and that is content creation.
But also, how about this? I mean, I'm streaming this on record. If you ever need headshot, like actual professional headshots for acting stuff, hit me up. I got you. Not a problem.
Well, as a matter of fact, my agent really thinks I need new headshots.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. So that would be great. I will take you up on that. Thank you.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, that's again, you're sharing a lot of great story, a lot of great experience, and some really wise word, So I would just try to think more about it too, like especially the archery thing, and hopefully
You
that
gotta
will.
keep aiming.
I know, cause like I'm in the same toxic relationship that now I'm not in it, but I'm trying to avoid getting into it. It's it's an easy trap, Especially we keep seeing a lot of success story, that people are doing, and sometimes it's very discouraging.
Yes.
Yeah.
I totally just have to reiterate the keep aiming part. I actually was on another podcast talking about this exact thing recently, but it hasn't been announced yet, so I don't want to announce it here. When it does get announced, I'll post it on social media.
Can't wait.
But I think that the success stories are great if they motivate you. If they demotivate you, don't listen to them. Like, you can choose to decline that invitation to listen to that story.
I'm also feel like I'm a little bit it's actually I'm doing the opposite. I'm pretty sure it's not a good thing, but sometimes when a failure case actually motivate me more, I feel like, oh no, they try really hard and didn't get it. It's like, fine, I'll try even harder. Hopefully I'll get it.
Whatever works. The stories that really make me happy, that really like motivate me and like ground me and settle me, are stories of like John Hamm, like saying he was about to quit acting at 40 years old. Like, he had been acting his whole adult life, and at 40, he'd been doing it for his whole adult life, 20 years, 2 decades. And he said, "I don't think I can do this anymore." He'd finally been like, "I think I'm done with this relationship. I'm not going to put any more time, energy, money into it." And then he got the audition for Mad Men and booked it at 40 years old. The industry was not ready for him until that role came along at that time in his life. Oprah did not succeed at whatever she was doing. I mean, I've listened to her biography. Like, she was doing all the right things, succeeding in all the right ways for most of her life. She is Oprah after all. But she didn't reach big time, no one can touch me because I am Oprah success until later in her life. So many of these stories are the ones where you realize that like there's no time limit.
Mm-hmm.
There's no expiration date.
Even
If
Harrison
you
Ford,
look,
right?
Harrison Ford
Like he
was
didn't start.
pretty young when he booked first acting.
Was it Indiana Jones? But I feel like he didn't make it big until he's like 40 something. He was doing carpenting before that.
I don't remember. Who
Anyone in chat?
who in chat knows the story of
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford? Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
thought I was told, but yeah. But it's no limit.
Yeah, exactly. Like look at lottery winners. Like look at pictures of lottery winners. Some people win when they're 19 and some people win when they're 84. You don't get to pick when lightning strikes.
I want to win as soon as possible. I'm just letting you know, man. Like
Everybody wants that. Everybody wants that, but it doesn't work that way. If it's out of your control, you don't get to pick when lightning strikes. This is my favorite metaphor. Success is a lightning bolt. You do not get to pick when the storm comes. But in the meantime, build your lightning rod so that when it comes through, you're directing it where you want it to go. So whether that's for me, my social media following, so that when the time comes and the casting director says, oh, we love her, but we want someone with a social media following of XYZ numbers, I'll be ready.
Yep.
Right?
Lux is for those one who are prepared when the opportunity comes.
Or take classes. If you're starting out doing whatever craft or hobby you want to succeed at, like take classes so that when a Final Fantasy level audition falls in your lap out of nowhere and you're so unprepared, you'll be a little bit prepared.
You still got it, so.
And it happens. Like I had no business booking this role. I had no business booking a voiceover role of this caliber, of this level, with no experience.
No experience, no any real show of work,
I had no business, and yet it happened. And it'll happen for everybody over time if you just keep aiming and find a way to make yourself happy in the meantime.
Good.
That's all you can do.
That was a great word to live by. And hopefully everyone in chat, watching this, anywhere listening to this, hopefully you can find your own happiness. Because, it's a long journey. And finding happiness is, as the older I get, the more I realize it's a really hard thing to do, Finding your own happiness, and that's kind of just what you need to do. Awesome.
It's true.
Well, thank you so much being on here today. It was lovely talking to you. Both, learning about your career, where you get your art, but also catch up, it's always lovely. But definitely I'll hit you up, or hit me up for those headshots. So make your agent happy so he won't keep asking you like, you need new headshots.
Yeah, I'm gonna get new headshots and then they're gonna say, what about can you get this other headshot photographer? And I'll be like, no.
Always something.
I can't.
All right. Well, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me anywhere. I'm easily findable. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Did I say that one? Twitter.
How you liking
Twitch?
TikTok right now?
How am I liking TikTok?
Yeah.
I've only posted one single TikTok, and you were there when I made it. So
Oh yeah. That's
the only one.
I have like behind the scenes of you making it too.
Oh, cool. You should post that to your TikTok.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
You should. Yeah, I've only posted the one TikTok, but it's Briana White on all my social media.
Yeah, just look up Briana White. You'll find her everywhere. So yeah, thank you so much. And again, thanks everyone for watching, for joining. You can watch all my podcasts on YouTube, but you can also join us live on Twitch. I'm trying to do this every Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I'm still doing it. I think the Wednesday after, I might be in Big Bear, but we'll see. Follow me on Modern Photos. Not photos, just one. And you're able to keep updated with all my work. Until then, have a great night, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.